Hey, do you want to know the top tips to getting over tennis elbow? Click the link associated with this video and get your copy of a report that I wrote up on the top tips to get rid of tennis elbow. But first, do you even have tennis elbow? So I can't assess you through a video, but I'm going to show you a couple of maneuvers that you can do to see if some of the symptoms in your elbow might be this condition. So tennis elbow, which we call lateral epicondylitis or lateral epicondylosis, is pain on the outside of the elbow. So it can happen slowly and gradually over time where you start to feel like an achiness, or sometimes you can wake up and all of a sudden you pick up your morning cup of coffee and you feel intense pain on the outside of your elbow. So a couple things you can do to see if this happens to be, or if your symptoms happen to be similar to this tennis elbow. So one of the things you can do is if you reach your arm out straight, keep your elbow straight, and make a really hard fist. And if you can, first of all, if you do that and you feel pain out here, that's going to be a red flag. If that feels okay so far, what you can do is make that hard fist, bend your wrist up, lift it up, and what I want you to do with your other hand is try to push it back down. So what you're doing is you're forcefully lifting your wrist up, and sometimes when people have this tennis elbow, it'll be pretty sore, if not downright really sore, really painful, right on the outside of the elbow, right in this kind of bony spot out here. So that's where the tendons attach that bring your wrist up. Another thing you can try is an extension test, a finger extension test. So if you hold your elbow out straight, bring your wrist back, and what you're going to do is push down on your middle finger. So you're trying to push your middle finger down with your uninjured side. And while you're trying to resist that, again, if you have tendon damage on the outside of your elbow, this tennis elbow, that might light up your elbow, cause a whole bunch of pain, located right here at that bony part. So those are a quick assessment. Some other things to think about is that if you put stretch onto that tendon, sometimes that can be equally as painful. So what that would look like is, again, elbow straight, making a light fist this time, but bending your fist down. What that's going to do is kind of pull that tendon, and that's going to put tension across that tendon. And if it is damaged, again, it'll be pretty exquisite right on the outside of the elbow. The challenging part with tennis elbow or pain on the outside of the elbow is that it's not always because of this tendon. Symptoms can, you can have discomfort here while you have the cause maybe further up in the neck, could be down through the forearm, but that couple of things I just showed you will certainly help kind of hone in on just what might be pretty focused damage to the tendons on the outside of the elbow or this tennis elbow. Check out the report that's associated with a link that I put on this, associated with this video. I share my top tips on how to get rid of this. And as always, comment. Let me know if you have any questions about tennis elbow or other upper extremity or other rehab conditions or questions that you may have. Download the report and get over this for good. Try those maneuvers to see if the condition that you feel, the aches and pains that you feel, might be tennis elbow. Talk to you soon.